this is Tony from her Homestead Skills. I stopped by my post office this morning, and to my surprise I found a lovely postcard in my post office box, and it is from Renee. I'm going to read this from Renee in Iowa, and she says, "Thank you for your calm, rational, and informed channel. My son and I both can. He has a can and garden. He has the vegetable, I have the herbs." So we're prepared for any eventuality. And I just purchased a second-hand Tefal pressure cooker. Again, thank you, Renee. And she also states, "I also have a dehydrator that is used almost constantly lately. Kindest regards." That is lovely. Thank you very much, Renee. It is a very pretty little card that says, "Home is where your heart is." And she's so right. Now, when I did go to pick that up, I had another, I did want to check my post office box because I hadn't checked it for a while, and found this lovely card. But I also had something else in mind, and that was to check the availability of on-the-shelf drugs, like your cold medications, your pain medications. I did check the news and found out that in Alberta there was currently a shortage, and I did want to know what the status was locally, and to my surprise, we were short as well. So I highly recommend, this is a warning to anybody, that it looks as though we're headed for another shortage, and it's not even the fall yet. So your cold medications, your pain medications like your Tylenol and your Advil, and even the no-name brands are in short supply. So it may be something that you want to check up on and see if you can access any. I'm not trying to create a run, I'm trying to give you a warning that there could be a shortage this fall, and a serious one. And I guess I'm going to have to make a lot more chicken stock. My husband, Mark, does not really believe in cold medication. He believes in chicken soup as a cure-all for colds. So I'm going to have to keep a good supply of chicken stock on hand this fall for sure. Anyway, another area of serious concern is what is going on in Afghanistan currently, and that is food shortages have affected that country since the Taliban have taken over, and people are going hungry. There's famine, and there's babies dying because of malnutrition. So definitely another area of concern. So another thing in the news that recently caught my attention was this fellow in Lebanon that I guess he's called a gunman, so he must have taken some weapons into a bank, and he held some of the bank employees hostage until they would agree to release his money that he had in the bank. Apparently the fellow had what amounted to over 200,000 US, if you translate it to US funds, or the equivalent of over 200,000 in US funds, and he needed money to pay for his father's medical bills. And this is his money, but apparently the economy in Lebanon is faltering to the point where all bank accounts have been in effect seized, and they only release very small amounts at a time. And he did end up receiving what amounted to about $35,000, and then he was promptly arrested. So these things do bear keeping an eye on. Obviously, Lebanon has serious economical issues. China is developing serious economical issues. Sri Lanka has fallen. there are things going on around in the world that are going to affect us here. Obviously, the Russia-Ukraine issue is still ongoing. I believe that the Dutch farmers' protest is still ongoing, although we don't hear very much about that at all. The farmers' protest in Canada was more in support of the Dutch, although the issues are different in Canada, but it's not over yet, and who knows where this will lead. So, many things bear keeping an eye on. Things that happen around the world affect us here, as it's become pretty obvious with the Ukraine-Russia thing. We know that that affects us here. The collapse of the Lebanon economy and Sri Lankan economy doesn't appear to have affected us yet. Doesn't mean it won't. Anyway, please look and see if you need any meds to carry you through this fall and winter cold season. And if not, see what you have that you can use as substitutes. As I said, in our case, I'll be making a lot more chicken stock. And yeah, because Mark just does not believe in a cold medication. He does very rarely take pain medication, and I did pick up a large bottle of pain medication. That should be more than enough to last us for this winter. So hopefully you'll do the same. You won't be doing without this year. Anyway, this is Tony from Her Homestead Skills. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.